Hi guys, it's Stephen. Hope everyone is good. So yeah, I'm finally getting around to my first Q&A on YouTube. Sorry it took me so long. We have a little guest here today as well. This is Elio. Elio is a panther chameleon. He's a bit shy today. He's just chilling. So right, let's get down to it. I'll start with the questions. Right, so I got a lot of questions, so I'm going to do as many as I can. I'll probably do about 20. Right, first question, how long have you been modelling? I have been modelling since I was about 16. If I can remember correctly, some guy came into a bar, gave me his card. He works for an agency here in Dublin, and he asked me just to give him a call. They set me up with a year contract. It worked out good. From there I went to another agency, started to get some okay work, and it just kind of took off from there. So happy days. I've got a lot of questions, like favourite questions, like who is your favourite this and that, so I'm just going to do the favourites in a row. Who are your favourite artists? Hands down, Carly Rae Jepsen. She's an absolute legend. I love her to pieces. I'm obsessed. I also really like a band called Churches. I've seen Churches twice. They do kind of like electronic synth pop, but they are absolutely epic. I love them so much. My favourite pets. That's not fair at the moment, is it? My favourite brands. I don't know if you mean clothing brands or what. A clothing brand, Versace. A lot of my stuff is Versace. I just think it's really elegant, it's really nice. Unfortunately, it's really expensive as well. So there's that side. My favourite movie. Off the bat, I would say I am a pioneer of the film Showgirls. It was just bombing upon release. It was ravished by critics, and I think now it's gone through like some type of critical resurgence, which is really good. Especially like as a gay person, I just think it's a gay underbelly story. That's why it has such a cult gay following. It's just epic, it's camp, it's misunderstood, and yeah, finally it's getting the audience it deserves, so happy days. I like really weird films as well, like I'm a big film nerd. Suspiria as well is one of my favourites, which is a horror, and the epic remake. Actually my phone cover is Suspiria. Right, favourites food. Seafood. I would never turn down good lobster, calamari, mussels, seafood tagliatelle, seafood chowder. Love seafood, so yeah, perfect day for me. My favourite TV show, Twin Peaks. Classic, never gets old. My favourite animal, sloths. As anyone who knows me knows, I'm absolutely obsessed with sloths. Sloths are just the best animal ever. It's like my spirit animal. Sometimes when I get high, I just literally watch videos of sloths on YouTube. It just makes me so happy. They're just such nice animals. I love them so much. How long are you married? I am married almost a year, so I'm coming up to my year anniversary next month. So yeah, probably the best thing I've ever done. Wedding was out of this world, as I'm sure you've seen the pictures, just a dream come true. And I'm not just saying that, like it really was perfect. Does your husband mind your provocative Instagram posts and all the attention you get? No, if he did, he wouldn't be married to me. When I met Ben, he kind of knew what he signed up for, he knew who I was, and he encourages me to be the best version of myself. He looks through my pictures and would say, Stephen, your arse looks better in that one, go with that one, so gold. How did you get started on OnlyFans? Well, I did OnlyFans as like a kind of a 24-hour experiment, just to see what my audience was like and how things would go. I think after setting it up, I did a link on my Snapchat, that was it. I wasn't really into Instagram at the time. And I started to hear like ding, ding on the laptop. And then the next morning there was like, I think it was like 300 fans, which is really cool. And like all paying $19.99 a month. So when I did the maths, it was like no brainer. I need to keep this up. Something odd about you. Take your pick. I'm an absolute freak. Something odd about me, I am a huge nerd. I'm obsessed with my movies, my Blu-rays. I like collect things on 4K, 3D, steelbooks. I have a big Blu-ray room, so big into my cinema, big into my movies. I like everything on the best format, best edition. So yeah, big nerd. Do you stay in touch with any of your exes? I do and I don't. Some of my exes I don't speak to for obvious reasons. My last ex I'm really good friends with. He was at my wedding. I've actually just texted him before I made this video, so yeah, good friends with Colin. Prior exes, no. I think an ex is an ex for a reason, but I also think it's good if you can maintain a friendship, especially out of a relationship you've had with someone that lasted a year or more, you know. A bad experience modelling. Yeah, I've had a bad experience modelling. I don't know if I should share this. Go for it. So I was contacted by a guy on Facebook, and he seemed like we're legit and he seemed like high up there. He had pictures with all these models that I looked up to, like at yachts and beach parties and stuff like that. He told me he was a photographer and he was recruiting for a big underwear brand that I won't say. And yeah, I was young and gullible. I think this was about 2013, so I jumped into it. He told me he was in Dublin for a few days and if I'd meet him at his hotel, which I did. When I got to the hotel, I should have kind of had alarm bells when he asked me to go up to his room, which I did. Met him in the room. Long story short, he asked me to take off my top, which I did, and then take off my bottoms, which I was like, he was like, well, you're an underwear model, I want to see you in your underwear. So fair enough, I did. And then he kind of jumped on me, so that was me out of there. I actually rang my ex really upset, and he kind of told me how stupid I was, told me off. But I'm kind of glad it happened because I needed that experience to kind of put my guard up a bit more and just be more selective on who I believe and what I do. And that's now why I have like agencies and stuff in place, and normally Ben would kind of filter down things for me and he'd say like, you need to go for this one, or that one sounds dodgy, etc. Last famous person that slipped into your DMs. Most people already know this anyway for certain reasons, but I'll just say he's in the beauty community and he's in a big shitstorm at the moment. How did you and Ben meet? So I met Ben on Facebook. I messaged him. I think I said to him, hi, how are you? You're cute or something. He was living in the UK and he was very short with me actually. He was kind of like, yeah, good, you. And then he said to me afterwards, he didn't realise who I was, and he messaged me back like half an hour later, oh sorry, I was really busy, I didn't realise who you were, I thought I was speaking to somebody else. And then we got talking and he asked if he wanted to FaceTime me. And I was in the process of drinking the liquid you take for the colonoscopy the next morning. I was having a colo, so he FaceTimed me anyway, and I was really embarrassed and I was like, I have to drink this stuff. I might be in and out of the bathroom a good bit, and he was like, it's fine, I'm a nurse in training, so let's just say we got the awkwardness out of the way, and we spent most of that call from the bathroom. So I think that's really good though, because if you're getting into a relationship with someone and you get this awkwardness out of the way at the start, it's a really good indication of how things are going to go once you're that comfortable with somebody. Your apartment is so sick, I'm jealous, where do you live? Thank you. I did the decoration, so you probably see in my pictures, most things in here are like neon aesthetic, and I love cherry blossom, kind of 80s style movie posters, Miami Beach vibes, that's me. I live in Dublin, city centre. The unfortunate thing is that the rent is so expensive. Sure, city centre, nice apartments, what do you expect? You talk a lot about your anxiety and your mental health struggles. How are you now? I've struggled with anxiety a lot, and it's kind of stemmed from bad relationships I've had in the past. I'm better now. One thing I've learned is not to stigmatise things, be open. Like, I'm the first person to talk about my anxiety and I'm able to switch off. Especially like being someone in my position with a large Instagram following. I'm more than likely to be triggered by stuff. I have more noise that I need to filter out. So the best thing for me to do is learn that I need a break and I need to switch off, and that's done leaps and bounds for me. So I'm better now. I'm with somebody who understands me and helps me with things. I could not ask for somebody to be more supportive, so I'm really lucky. I'll do one more question. So when are you back in the States? Somebody asked. I am actually back in the States in 3 months' time. We are going to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. Flights were just cancelled with the whole COVID thing, but we just need to reschedule. Hotels and tickets and all are booked, so happy days. We're also talking about moving to America permanently. That's something we're really like eager to do, and we've been starting to put stuff into action, so hopefully that will be the next venture. Right, we'll do one more. Most intimate thing you've ever given a fan? I have given a fan a pair of my underwear out in the post. Don't judge me. So that's all, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Q&A. I'll be doing more in the future, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me. You'll be seeing my animals, my husband. I'll be doing some vlogging, and I just want you to see more than just what you see in the images. So yeah, that's all. Hope you guys are good. Thank you for joining me, and everybody stay safe. Have a good day.